Welcome to Our Drunken World, a visualization of how alcoholic our world truly is. We were interested in exploring alcohol consumption around the world. There exist certain stereotypes about which countries drink which type of alcohol, but we wanted to build a platform to either confirm or debunk these stereotypes with this visualization. In order to create this, we are using data from the World Health Organization, which collected average consumption of wine, beer, and spirits in liters per capita per year for every country. We used data that spans from 1960 to 2010.
Now let's actually take a look at our drunken world. This map serves as a quick snapshot of consumption levels around the world. Each country is encoded with a color which represents their consumption relative to the rest of the world. A lighter color represents less consumption and a darker color for heavier consumption. At the moment, we are looking at consumption levels in 1990, but we can also explore how consumption has changed from year to year by dragging our timeline or over time by hitting the play button. We can also apply different filters to look at how the world drinks different combinations of alcohol. Our visualization also allows you to drill down on specific countries. By hovering over France, we can see how much wine, beer, and spirits the French consumed in 2010. We can go even further by clicking on France. This will open our sidebar and reveal more details on their consumption over time. By clicking on more countries, they will also be added to the sidebar, allowing you to further compare different countries. This feature also works with our filters, allowing you to refine your search. Let's say we were only interested in wine. We can select only that filter and see that, unsurprisingly, France drinks a lot more wine than other countries. We can also select specific countries using the search bar, as opposed to clicking them on the map if you're geographically challenged. On the sidebar, if you click on each line graph, it will aggregate the selected types of alcohol, totaling the consumption. For example, when aggregated, we can see that Japan and Kenya consume similar amounts of alcohol. However, after clicking on the line graph again, we can see that Japan consumes a lot of spirits as opposed to wine, and the opposite is true for Kenya.
Once the visualization was completed, we used it to explore some of the alcohol stereotypes that exist. As we saw before, France does actually drink more wine than its neighbors. If we look at all of Europe's beer consumption, we can see that Eastern European countries do tend to drink more beer than their Western European counterparts. In searching through our visualization, we also found some interesting data anomalies. While testing, we kept clicking on Libya. We looked at Libya's data in the sidebar and saw that there was a steep drop in alcohol consumption in 1970. We checked out Libya's history to figure out why this would happen and found that 1969 was when Muammar Gaddafi took control of Libya and banned alcohol to uphold Islamic traditions. When we looked at Russia to confirm that, yes, they definitely do drink a lot of spirits, we discovered a weird trend with their wine consumption. It turns out that after the Russian Revolution in 1917, French wine connoisseurs flocked to Russia to tap into the new market, so the wine industry grew. However, when the Soviet Union fell in the 90s, the land vineyards were on were seen as more valuable if used for other crops. Thus, the Russian wine industry suffered. However, the Russians still had to drink, so we can see that they made up for this loss in wine by drinking more spirits. While we had fun exploring alcohol stereotypes, we found we could also use this visualization to discover how alcohol consumption reflects the world's history and culture.